Okay.
So I'm just gonna,
Decided it's fun to mouse.
I'm gonna just videotape this so I can like remember everything. They kind of wanted, they kind of wanted like a little,
See?
like a wall right
A wall?
here.
Okay, that's
Like
fine.
I didn't know if I put a wall right here, if how like they wanted to go about like 3 feet or so,
Okay.
and then this would be the walk-in into the shower area,
Gotcha.
and then this would come out. I told them that I wanted to have the opening, the door at least 3 feet wide.
Okay.
And so this would be about 2 feet, this
Okay.
little area here.
Okay.
And then this is going to be glass block right here.
Okay.
And then the steam, he said he was going to have the steam come out of the wall here.
Okay.
We're going to have like a steam generator box in the basement.
Gotcha.
And that's going to pump out steam here.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay, so if you stand back, and I'm going to give you.
Okay.
You can keep that. So here's what's going to go on here. So
Okay.
when you're dealing with a steam unit, ceiling's got to be tiled. Obviously, everything has to be tiled.
Yeah.
But when you tile the ceiling, and if you don't have a drop, and a drop could be like you would put on the curb here. It'd be a reverse. It'd be like six inches down by whatever, right? And you tile that. By tiling that, if you have a rain head or if you have a light or anything else in there, that's up higher into the ceiling.
I should get rid of that soffit, right?
Yeah, you can get rid of the soffit, that's fine.
Okay.
But I'm saying you can take your door full. And the door is...
You're talking about the glass door.
The glass door, right.
Okay.
So the door becomes, instead of wall hinges,
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah.
it's a pivot.
Yeah.
The pivot goes up here, the pivot goes in the curb.
Yeah.
You can use a full door.
Yeah.
Now, the other option is if you tile to the ceiling, and you always got to make sure that in this area of line of flight, as we call it,
Yeah.
that there's wood up above the tile, so that
Okay.
when I drill holes,
Yeah.
I'm going to catch wood
Yeah.
to support my door. If you just go flush, then what we do is we put a glass, what we call a glass transom,
Yeah.
then the door.
Yeah.
So it would be a piece of glass transom, then the door, and it becomes a glass to glass pivot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how we attach the door. The door gets attached to this piece of glass. This piece of glass gets clipped, and then it gets clipped if there's another panel over here. But if you're bringing a wall over, if you're only going up 3 feet,
Yeah.
and that's okay, it's good for a toilet area. You want to be careful that if this door area, you said you wanted 3 feet. Well, 3 feet is probably going to be pretty doggone tight. You're going to hit the toilet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay,
so
so
less than 3 feet.
So you want to go less than 3 feet. The number that works really well for glass is somewhere between 28 and 32 inches.
Okay.
And that's what you want.
Okay.
Now, whatever you have left that I have to put glass in, okay, which would be like a fixed piece of glass next to the door. This area, this area where next to the door where this glass would go, and if you're going to do a half wall, and this glass is going to sit up on top of this half wall.
Right.
This is a leg, the part of the leg of a piece of glass. So it's a notched piece of glass. This leg has to be a minimum of 6 inches because this goes through the furnace. It gets heat treated, right? And I want to be able to put a clip at the bottom to secure that leg. So in a drawing, my glass would be, go all the way up. It would come down. It would sit on that half wall, and then it would come all the way down to the curb, and then it would come across 6 inches or 8 inches or whatever, and then it would go all the way back up, all the way to the top.
Yeah.
That piece of glass is a notched piece. Then this panel ties into this piece of glass here, and the ceiling, and the wall over here.
Yeah.
And then the door is connected with a glass-to-glass pivot and a pivot in the curb.
Okay.
And as always, water runs downhill.
Yeah.
I was at a multi-million-dollar home today,
Yeah.
and the curb was pitched the wrong way.
Yeah.
That means when water runs off this door and it hits that curb down on the bottom, it's got to be pitched 1/3 off the bubble
Yeah.
so that the water stays in the shower. These are not watertight systems. They're frameless. I've been building them for a long time, more than 30 years, and they got to be, the tile work's got to be done right.
Yeah.
That half wall with that little wall that's coming out here, that does not need to be 1/3. It can be less than 1/3 off the bubble, but it still needs to be pitched towards the shower, towards the drain.
Yeah.
So we don't have water sitting on the half wall. This is active, this is inactive. This needs a little more pitch, this doesn't need as much pitch.
Okay. You know that 6-inch leg you were talking about?
Correct?
That's the glass, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's say this opening is 38. We're going to take off 6 or 8 inches. We're going to put a 30 or 32-inch door.
Okay.
And then we're going to have glass there.
Yeah.
And that leg is going to become part of the glass that sits up on top of this half wall.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's fine that I build my like knee wall right there.
Yeah.
And then and then have the glass block and then
Yes, glass blocked, beautiful. Tile all the way up.
and then my threshold at the bottom to where your foot is. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then and then I get this steam in there and everything in there, all the tile in there, and then after I
and
get
we're
all
talking
that.
something that's almost, no silicone, very little, if any, no weather strip, just glass.
Okay.
And it's the tile guy's job. I need this wall from the curb all the way up, dead on, level, or plumb, I should say. That's plumb.
Yeah.
That we're talking about level this way
Right.
for the curb, and then the curb would be pitched a third off the bubble towards the drain, but level this way, plumb wall. If it's not plumb, it's more important that it's flat.
Yeah.
From top to bottom.
Okay.
So that when I put my glass there, if I got to cut my glass out 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, I can do that, right?
Yeah.
What I can't do is I can't cut a piece of glass that's like a snake on a wall. Okay, it doesn't work. You need a flat wall, and I can cut that to fit. That door will fit really nice. So even with a steam unit, and I'm sorry, your name, ma'am?
Cindy.
Cindy? Okay, so you're still going to have a gap in order for the door to be active coming off the tile. There's a small gap. And there's still going to be a gap between the door and this panel here. Because this door swings out, swings in. There's no latch. There's no catch. There's nothing here. This glass, when this glass comes through, you're going to line that door up with this panel here and then take your shower. When you build up the steam inside here, that steam will build up and it will work. But any steam that gets out will immediately evaporate into the cold air out here. So that's not a question of whether it will work or not. You don't need all this plastic weather strip all over the door everywhere. It's not required. In my world, I'm going to make it really nice for you, okay? So you're going to like it. And I've done it many, many times. So, yeah, good tile work.
Yeah.
Great glass job.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.